Ladies and gentlemen, Hex community of all ages, hey, Jake Freedom here, coming to you live from YouTube for this week's Showcase Card of the Week. So far, the past couple of cards we've had have been, decent and whatnot. I think they're all right. I happen to really like this particular series here to talk about a different card every week, and then get your guys' feedback on how the card may or may not work for you in your style of play. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here and see what this week's Showcase Card of the Week is going to be. So let's go ahead and roll the 1d6 to see what color we're going to pick. And we roll a 5, so we're going to do a ruby this week here. So let's go ahead and get rid of all the other colors. And along with the resources there. And let's find out what row we're going to pull it out of. And we'll pull it out of row 2. Card number 13. That would be this one here. This week's Showcase Card of the Week is Ruby Enchantress. She is a 3-cost, 1 ruby threshold troop. She's a human mage, and she is an inspiration card. As a troop with cost equal to or greater than this troop's cost enters play under your control, it gets permanent Swift Strike. I think this is a decent card. If there were more troops that you could run a complete inspiration deck with. The inspiration cards there are very, I don't want to say lackluster, but there's just so few of them that they don't build a good full constructed deck. You can't build a deck completely built around inspiration. I've tried it, and they just, it may work. Some people might be able to figure it out, but I just never had really much success at it. But with this particular card here, so you're going to have a 3-cost or greater card that's going to get Swift Strike. Now, Swift Strike is an awesome mechanic. I love Swift Strike just because we all know what it does. It deals its damage. Well, if you don't know what Swift Strike does, Swift Strike is basically, it'll deal its damage first before your opponent will deal its damage. So let's say you got a troop out in the field, and let's just say he's a 3/3 card, and your opponent also has a 3/3 card there, and you go to attack the champion with your 3/3 with Swift Strike, and then the opponent blocks your 3/3 with his 3/3. What's going to happen there? Since we have Swift Strike, we're going to deal damage first, so we're actually going to be able to kill him before he has a chance to strike back at us. So basically, with Swift Strike, you always have to one up the card you're blocking with, so you can stay alive. So if we didn't have Swift Strike, we both know those cards would cancel out, and then we'd also lose our card there. But with Swift Strike, we can actually keep our card alive there. So a 3-cost 2/1 card with the inspiration of Swift Strike. I think this card is a little too expensive for what it does. Granted, like I said, Swift Strike is an awesome mechanic, but really, 3-cost for a 2/1 card that you're not going to be able to do much with it. It's just going to have to sit there, and you can attack with it, because if you do, you have the possibility of getting blocked and having this card destroyed. So I think it would be nice. I always want things for cheaper than they are, but there's a reason that it's this cost here. Okay, if it was a 2-cost card that gave other opponents Swift Strike, then you got to imagine that all 2-cost cards would have Swift Strike, so it'd be completely unbalanced. So I think the cost of it is okay. It would be nice if it was a 2/2, or if it had Swift Strike itself. That would be really nice. If they went like a 3-cost, 2 threshold, 2/2 with Swift Strike, and then gave 3-cost cards Swift Strike, that might be all right. But all in all, this card is good. If I were to rate this card on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably rate it somewhere around the 5-6 area. I don't know. This goes well with. Let's see what else we got here. Not that as a quick action. Let me just think here. Veteran Gladiator. It would pair well with Veteran Gladiator, because not only does he block an opponent from or stop an opponent from blocking, he can also deal a Swift Strike. Let's see, what else would it pair well with? That's not really matter there. some other 3-cost cards here. Well, still, it would pair well with the sniper here. Probably a little high though, but anything really that it can pair well with anything. Here's a good one. This is a splashable card here, a 3-cost 1 threshold. It would pair well with this, since he only has 1 defense, plus he's socketed, so it'd pair well with that. Could be a good combo. Really, basically, the inspiration cards really combo well with anything, more or less. Just give them Swift Strike. Now, this here, it would really work well. The Rampaging, I don't even want to pronounce that last name. Tarask, I don't know. Speed Crush, and if he came out after the Ruby Enchantress and have Swift Strike, he'd be a powerful dude there. So like I said, the inspiration cards are good. There's just not a lot of them out there yet, and I think CZE has the mindset, or I think they have the plans in place to get more inspiration troops out there, so we can actually work with them. I mean, they're cool to have, one or two in your deck, but you can't build an entire inspiration deck. So anyway, yes, Ruby Enchantress, card of the week, showcase card of the week. Oh, I forgot to mention, it is a with the green would be, is the green rare? Let's see, white's, no, it's an uncommon. White's common, green is uncommon, so it's an uncommon card. Being a human mage, what was that card that came out? The Benjamin card. I think he's a sapphire. Let's take a look here. Oh, yes, Lord Benjamin the Wise. Flight. When Benjamin deals damage to an opposing champion, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put a human from among them. So he might combo well with like Benjamin. That's kind of a weird card. I'm not a big fan of Lord Benjamin, but this would be able to he'd be able to pull this guy out if Lord Benjamin the Wise did deal damage to a champion. So any human type card would work well there. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot to say about this card, other than to me, it could use some changes, but I don't know. What do I know about balancing the games? I don't think the cost could come down because it would throw too much stuff off. But if it had Swift Strike itself, maybe not change its toughness, but just maybe give it Swift Strike. It would be nice if the inspiration cards that gave out that particular mechanic also had that mechanic. That'd be kind of cool. That might change the balance of the game quite a bit, though. But you never know. I don't know, because the only way to get Swift Strike on her is to play again another Ruby Enchantress, etc., etc. So, yeah, if I were to change this card, it would be either leave Swift Strike off of it and go to 2/2, or give it Swift Strike and leave it at a 2/1. Or heck, even make it a 1/1 with Swift Strike with the Inspire ability. I don't know. Let me hear you guys' thoughts on the Ruby Enchantress here. And maybe we can get into a discussion about it. Like I said, the inspiration cards are just, lackluster right now. So, other than that, if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these types of videos, go ahead and click subscribe below. And I'll have another video for you soon.